Hi, you guys. Thanks for hopping on with me. I have got some of my favorite travel accessories and travel must-haves, and not only travel, but specifically tonight we are on a road trip. So we are talking all about road trips. We're talking all about how to maximize that space in the trunk. We're talking about how to make sure that your kids are entertained so they're not fighting in the back seat. Try to make sure everybody has the snacks that they need. So if you're hopping on live, make sure that you comment below, let me know. If not, if you're catching this part, you're probably catching the replay, and that's fantastic. Make sure that you comment below, hashtag replay, and let me know, okay? So I had asked you guys to vote for A or B to let me know which one was your favorite or which one that you were most likely to use on a road trip, or which one you would leave at home. So I'm going to share with you, it kind of looked like we were split right down the middle on some things, but on others, kind of need both things. So I'm going to show you that stuff, you guys. So one of my tried and true travel favorites, this is a favorite for a road trip and for a trip that I have to fly to, okay? It's going to be, now I'm going to show you because these prints are a little bit old. And why is that? It is because these are my absolute favorites and I've been using them for the last 6 years and they're still going strong and I love them. It is my hanging traveler case and my glamour case. Okay, I know that these are, for some of you, your favorites too. So I went ahead and just to kind of show you size, I went ahead and packed these out just a little bit, just so I can show you. Now, I don't know about you, but I am always like doing my makeup on the go, especially on a road trip. Like if we're going to leave early in the morning, I'm going to want to have my makeup bag and I'm going to want to go ahead and do my makeup on the go. So what I love about the Glamour case is it is lined with this PVC laminate material. It is wipeable. It is so easy to clean and wash out. But you can see I have got multiple makeup palettes in here. I have got a lot of brushes. I even have a space up top for brushes. And then there's a zipper area. So you can see mine has been used quite a bit. This has been used heavily for the last 5 or 6 years, and I will tell you, it is in great shape. There's still a lot of room to spare in here. So no matter how much makeup you wear or how much makeup you're going to bring on the go or on your trip, you are going to be able to fit it in the Glamour case. I have had people downsize their larger like plastic makeup case, and they've been able to fit everything in the Glamour case. If you notice, everything that I showed you in there, you can see I can still kind of squish the case down a little bit. It isn't full by any means. There's still plenty of space in there, and it's got that nice handle for carrying, and you can toss it right in your bag and you're good to go, okay? Whether you're on a road trip or you're just headed to work for the day and you're gonna toss that in your purse, whatever, okay? The other companion to the Glamour case is gonna be the hanging traveler case. Now, I'm going to show you my favorite feature about this, but let me just zip this open and we can take a peek at what I put inside. So my favorite feature is this guy right here. It's the clip. And the reason for that is because when I'm traveling, I never know like what the counter space situation is going to be like. So I love that I can just clip this onto the mirror or a towel rack and then have our counters free. Now this also doubles as an activity bag for the back seat for kids. You can clip this right around the headrest of the car, flip it around, and instant activity pack for the kids. You even have this zipper area and it's clear in the front that could hold a small tablet or a phone. So that is kind of cool. I think it can hold an iPad mini as well, but don't quote me on that. I'd have to double check. You also have this clear area here as well. So you can see, just for size reference, I've got a full-size Scentsy body cream. I've got a couple of sunscreens. I've got a full-size toothpaste in here. I've got a couple things of deodorant. I've even got in the front, I've got some Q-tips and in the clear part, some scissors and some nail clippers. And you can see I still have plenty of space. My lotion has fallen out. I still have tons of space. I packed this out, you guys, for like a 2-week vacation. My husband's and my stuff. I've recently got my husband using his own toiletry bag, the expanding traveler case, which we love as well. But this is just so handy, and it's really compact. It's easy to just kind of zip everything up, have it in here, and throw it in the bag. Throw it on the seat of the car, wherever it needs to be. So those are my absolute must-have essentials for your toiletries. Okay, so no matter where you're going, whether it's camping, a road trip, a short trip, or a long trip, you need both of those guys, okay? Those are so good. And speaking of good, I'm definitely drinking wine out of a can this evening. It is so tasty. Oh my gosh, if you've never had this, it's not a seltzer. It's definitely wine in a can. It's like pineapple flavored wine. But I'm digging it. Really good, you guys. Okay, so another thing that I was getting a lot of comments, a lot of love for was the tried and true Zip Top organizing utility tote. And you guys, when I say that this is one of my top 5 favorite products, it is, and it always will be. This style is the very first 31 bag I ever bought about 6.5 years ago now. I had 2 little kiddos. And I was like, oh my gosh, just give me a bag that's wide open where I can put stuff in pockets and I'm not going to lose my mind. Okay, so that's where I was at back then. But you guys, it's wide open. So I'm sure you can think of all the things to use for this: activities, clothes, shoes, toys. And then of course, everyone's drinks and sippy cups and snack cups and containers, and your keys and your phone can fit in here. So this makes a really great like go bag for the back seat of the car. And what's great is it zips closed. First part of its name is the Zip Top Organizing Utility Tote. It does have 7 exterior pockets. Boom, 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 and boom. Oh yes. But I have to tell you guys, so I know I've talked a little bit about this, but this season, so in March, season goes till August, so spring, summer season, the Zip Top tote got a little makeover. And what we actually did is we flipped the Zip Top tote inside out, and we put the pockets on the inside. And what we have is the Everyday Essentials tote. So I want you to notice that this one is definitely larger. So you can see that for sure it's larger. It doesn't zip at the top. It's wide open, which is actually really great for different uses, right? If you're gonna like really pack this thing out and you're gonna have stuffed animals hanging out of it, or you're gonna have like 2 weeks worth of clothes and you're not checking them, TSA or anything like that, and you just wanna go ahead and set it in the car, okay? You can stick shoes in the pockets. It's got, actually this time, we've got 8 pockets. So we've got 3, 1, 2, 3. We've got 3 more on this side, and then we've got the mesh pockets here. So if this doesn't scream like amazing on-the-go road trip bag, I don't know what does. I actually like this better than the Zip Top, I think, for traveling on a road trip. And then you've got this awesome pocket in the front. And of course, what? Your bag is not complete without some super cute personalization. I don't know about you, but my kids are always like, this guy, right? I'm like, come on, are your shoes on? Where is your sock? Where's your stuff that you were gonna bring? Oh my gosh. That's what it sounds like when my kids and I are trying to leave the house. So I love this personalization. And of course, along with that, a picture of my little darlings who just are the light of my world, right? Speaking of those little darlings, how are we doing on time? Oh my goodness, I need to speed it up. So again, you want the kids to be entertained in the back seat, right? So my pick for that is the Double Duty Caddy. Just to show you, I've got some coloring books, some activity books. You guys like those dad jokes? The kids like those too. You can even put electronics in here, little games, things like that. keep this in the back seat of the car in between the kids or even on the floor or wherever. And it's like an instant activity center. So double duty caddy. I shared that the tiny utility tote is also really great. You are going to have all kinds of little small things floating around your car on a road trip. And if you're like me, I get super irritated when I can't find something and when things are just like flying around the car. So the tiny utility tote, even grab a few of them, for one for games and maybe one for electronics and one for charging cords, things like that. Lifesaver when you're not losing your mind, okay? And then I also do really like the Get Creative zipper pouch. In here, I went ahead and I packed this with some pens, some coloring pencils. We've got some games here in the pouch. And then in the back, we've got a fun little game. Did you guys ever used to play this? This used to be my favorite game. I'm so fast. Oh my gosh. Well, now it's back. Just like everything else. Comes full circle. So that's the Get Creative zipper pouch. Woo! I don't know how to turn that off. So what are you going to do? And then last but not least, you guys, excuse me, mister. He's still talking. I don't know how to shut him up. Oh, good. He's going to sleep. Okay, good times. Okay, you guys. So for packing the car, because we don't need to check anything, because we don't need to like worry about things fitting into one bag with a zipper, like on a road trip, we pack everything. You guys know what I'm saying? Like, you just like bring it, just bring it. We're taking the car, just bring it. So of course, depending on what you're bringing, I usually bring a combo of large and deluxe utility totes. I always like to show the large just because it's the most versatile. Now, what is the difference between the two? The deluxe utility tote is wider this way. It isn't longer, but it's wider. And then on one side, you've got 3 pockets. On these sides here, you've got handles, and on the bottom, you've got a reinforced bottom. So it's like a little sturdier. The large utility tote bottom is soft, if you can see that. I don't have a problem with it though, because it does the trick, and it folds up flat. It folds up really nicely. They both fold up flat for storage. But again, depending on what your needs are, if you're carrying something like super heavy, super like hard to kind of pick up, you might want those side handles on the deluxe utility tote so you can kind of like lift and grab, or you can have somebody help you with that. I do like to pair those with the essential storage totes. I feel like you could really never have too many of these. These are roomy as heck, and they're no nonsense. Give me a no nonsense bag, I will fill it with all the things, right? Fill it up. They will stack up right next to each other when you're not on the road trip. Of course, you're using these guys for your grocery shopping, storing your kids' toys, all that good stuff. And I love that you can kind of fold these up super small and store them in a zipper pouch. And then last but not least, you all knew I was going to tell you that you need a good thermal, at least one, so that you have snacks and you don't have to stop every 5 minutes. I love a large thermal like the round cooler tote. It is going to hold about as much as the Fresh Market thermal, because this is kind of taller and the Fresh Market thermal is wider. But they both serve the same purpose. So they have the white leak lock lining where you can put the ice directly in it. You can fill it with drinks. You can fill it with snacks. You can fill it with lunch if you want to. It's just really nice to have that option. I know a lot of times we've gone on trips where there isn't a fridge. We get there and we're like, ah, crap, there's no fridge. Like, how are we going to keep our stuff cold? So usually we'll have our Fresh Market thermal, or now our round cooler thermal tote. And we can go ahead and fill it with ice and keep our stuff cold. And in the morning, we could just dump the ice and fill it right back up. And then it's like our weekend cooler. And then it doubles as when we're going out to the pool, or we're going to go to the beach, or whatever. Like, we have it in the car. So this, a good thermal is a staple for any road trip. Okay, you guys? So that is about it. I'm going to cut myself off because I have a specials post. So I've got bundles for you. I'm trying to think what my special is. So if you grab the special by midnight tonight, whatever time zone you're in, you get free shipping. Okay. You also get free shipping. You don't have to grab one of my bundles. You can create your own bundle. We can always make our own bundle. When you spend $50, you get to pick out any item 50% off. If you spend $100, you also get free shipping. So definitely make sure to message me for your special shipping code. All right, you guys, hopping off, and I'll see you over there, and we'll go ahead and wrap up our road trip. All right, y'all, see you later.